Hi, everyone. Welcome to Move Lab Dynamic today. James is here. He's just having a little bit of trouble with Zoom today, and I can attest I've actually been having trouble with Zoom all week. So he just sent a note. He's going to exit and try to re-enter, but just sit tight, and he will be back, and I'm sure we'll get it worked out. So thank you for your patience, and we'll see you soon. Hi again, everyone. We are currently trying to troubleshoot some Zoom issues. I think that they may have had a big update this week because a number of us have been having problems. So Raymond, if you want to come off mute for a minute, I was thinking, and James, I was thinking that if we can't get James' video to start, James, can we hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Alicia?
No, I can't
Nope.
hear you if you're trying to
I can
talk. I was
hear
thinking you
James
could at
perfectly
least
fine.
call out the cues for those. I know everyone here has taken these classes before. Okay, so
I
it
can
looks
hear
like
you, Raymond. Can you hear
is
me?
going to try to restart the session. We do apologize for this, but we're going to go ahead and just close down and then restart and then turn up my volume. Okay.
Yeah, James, I can hear you perfectly fine. You can hear me
Okay,
perfectly
we also
fine.
have Kim who says she can hear me.
Oh my goodness, I had it on mute. I am so sorry. Okay, I got the message from Raymond. Turn up your volume. Okay, so did we decide that you can cue the class without the video?
Yeah, I can. Apparently, people can hear me. I have no idea. I've never experienced this on Zoom. It just literally won't let me press start video.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
on my end, James, sorry, on my end, there may be something like Zoom may have broken your, not like it broke your camera module, but it may have messed with your camera settings. Because on the admin side, all I see is just a mic icon, so I don't even see the camera icon, which probably means that Zoom is not communicating with your camera. So you may have just had an update. I know sometimes Zoom has bugs when they update stuff. So I
Yeah.
think that may be what's going on.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, normally, so I apologize, everyone. Normally it would give me options to change camera settings, and I don't even have that. It just nothing on my end for video. Okay. So in total community fit irony, we are going to end these Move Lab sessions the way we started them this season. If you recall, we started off with some tech issues, and we got through it. So let's go ahead and get through it. This will actually be pretty exciting. This is sort of a Simon Says or Follow the Leader class. So as always, if you're just joining us for the first time ever in Move Lab, know that this is not how community fit classes typically run. Normally there is video. We're going to get you through it. We're going to start the way we always do with a breathwork practice, go right into some nervous system warm-ups, and then get right into the movement for today. We're going to kind of abbreviate everything. So start by just sitting comfortably, whatever that means for you. The breathwork practice for today is simply going to be to choose whatever your favorite breathwork practice is. And we're going to spend just a few moments, either just breathing like a normal human being, doing the physiological side, which is a double inhale, single exhale, a 4-7-8 breath, whatever works for you. So take in an inhale, however you'd prefer, and go through your breathwork practice. You're going to just spend 1 minute going through it. I'm going to choose to do physiological sigh. So if you hear it on my end, that's what's going on. One more breath, whatever you're doing. Then from there, bring your hands together and get them warmed up. Once you feel your hands are significantly or sufficiently warmed up, go ahead and place your nice warm hands either onto the jaw, the throat, the belly, wherever it is that it might be that would feel good. Just let the warmth kind of settle in. Let your body register that there's warmth. Now, continue to hold the warmth or just let your hands drop and begin to look around the room a little bit and go through orientation, just kind of noticing what's in the space. And then from there, let your eyes settle on something that is pretty, that brings you joy, that looks soothing. Maybe it's a tree outside, maybe it's a favorite photo, maybe it's a pet, and just gently begin to rock right and left, right and left. Gently swaying. Knowing that you can return to your breathwork practice or these nervous system warm-ups whenever and however you need. From there, go ahead and lie all the way down on your mat. Lying all the way down on the mat, let yourself just sink into the floor for a moment. Registering that there's support behind you. And then your left leg will lift up into the air and your right hand will touch the left leg anywhere. Could be the foot, could be the knee, could be the thigh, and then set it all back down on the ground. From there, right leg, left arm, lift up towards the ceiling. They touch each other out in front of you and then go back to the floor. Again, hand can touch foot, elbow can touch knee, whatever works. Opposite sides touch and go. And touch and go. Maybe it's a knee to a hand, maybe it's an elbow to a thigh. Last 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. From there, Both knees come towards the chest, hands grab a hold of knees, head lifts off the floor, and you make yourself into the littlest shape you can make, like really squeeze in. And then relax, spread out onto the floor, and make a great big shape. Knees come into chest, really squeeze into a little shape, and then change your mind and spread out into a great big shape. Go little, and then go big. Stay big, and decide to lift one leg off the floor and the opposite arm off the floor. Acknowledge you've changed your big shape. Then go little, and just simply change where your right hand is holding. Maybe if it was holding the knee, now it holds the back of the thigh or a foot, and acknowledge you've changed your little shape. Go big, make a totally unique brand new shape, and then go little, make a different shape. Go big, make a shape, go little, make a shape. Go big, stay big and begin to rock to the right, all the way to the right. Stay big, rock all the way to the left. Go big, rock all the way to the right. Go big, rock all the way to the left. Stay on your left, go little. Go big, roll over to the right. Once you're on your right, go little. Go big and roll. Go little on your side. Go big and roll. Go little. Go big and roll over to that side. Stay big, roll all the way over, and try to lift as much of you off the floor as you can possibly lift off of the floor. Relax back onto the floor, stay big, roll over to the other side. Try to lift yourself up and off the floor. Maybe it's just your foot and your hand touching the floor. Maybe it's just your hip. Maybe there's a couple of points. And then relax, roll over to the other side, stay big, and try to lift yourself up and off the floor. Rolling over, stay buoyant off the floor. Roll over, stay buoyant off the floor for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Stay over on that side, whatever that side is. Stretch out to a long shape on that side. Head as far away from toes as possible. Lift your top arm up towards the ceiling. Top foot tries to come up and touch the hand and then goes back down. There's a touch and there's a go. Remember, your knee doesn't have to stay straight, although it could, but your foot will touch your hand for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. From there, bend that knee, take the foot behind you, use your hand to grab a hold of foot, ankle, leg, whatever you can grab a hold of. Put a stretch on it. Stay in that long shape with the hand grabbing the top foot and roll over onto your belly. And then onto the original side. Again, rolling onto your belly and then rolling back where you came from. 2 more of those, rolling onto your belly and onto your side. 1 more, rolling onto your belly and let go of the foot. You should be fully on your belly. Come up to your forearms, straight legs, and just hold there. Push the floor away from you. You should come up a little bit higher and then relax. Maybe you're in the shape of the cobra or a sphinx shape. Regardless of what shape you have in your imagination, your forearms are on the ground, your legs are straight behind you, your chest is facing forward as you push down and gently look up towards the ceiling and then relax back down. Again, push down, look up toward the ceiling, feel the back muscles engage, feel the front kind of stretch a bit, and then relax. 1 more of those, push down to go up, and then relax. Roll over onto the other side so that the leg that has not lifted and lowered is on top. Top hand lifts up towards the ceiling. Top foot comes up. Touch and go. Touch and go. Touch and go. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Bend your knee, grab your foot behind you, put a stretch on it. In that long shape, roll over onto your belly and then onto your side again. Onto your belly, onto your side. 2 more of those, onto your belly, onto your side. Last one, onto your belly. Stay on your belly, back to your forearms, and then gently rocking right and left. Like your spine has become seaweed, or maybe it's a snake. Just kind of rocking the spine right and left. And then relax. Bend your knees so that the feet are off the floor. Still on your belly, knees bent, feet off the floor. Hands go underneath the armpits. Palms facing the floor. Push the floor away from you and then stretch backwards. As you stretch backwards, your rear end should be towards your heels, arms stretched out in front of you like a cat getting ready to pounce. Come forward, sort of in the shape of a low plank. Bend your elbows and lower yourself towards the floor. Again, push the floor away from you, stretch backwards, come forward, lower yourself towards the floor. 2 more of those, pushing the floor away from you, and then lowering yourself back down. Last one, push the floor away, stretch, and then come to a hands and knees position. Once you are on hands and knees, keep the feet off the floor and go down into your kitty cat push-ups. Simply bending the elbows, lowering the face towards in between the 2 hands, and then pushing away again. Imagining you're a cat going down for some water, bend your elbows and come back up. Bend your elbows and back up, bend and push. From there, you can still go down in between the 2 hands, or maybe that imaginary bowl of water moves out in front of you a bit. A little bit harder to go forward. How far forward can you go in that push-up? Going down, coming back up. Going down, coming back up. Now you can stay there, or as you go down, left leg stretches out behind you as your face lowers. Left knee goes back to the floor as you push back up. Next time I go down, my right leg stretches out behind me and then comes back in. As I go down and my left leg stretches out, it lifts towards the ceiling and then seesaws its way back to the floor. Face goes down, foot goes up, and back down. 2 more of those. Face goes down, foot goes up. And 1 more. As your face goes down, your leg liberates itself behind you, and then relax. Sit back towards your heels so that your head is stacked on top of your ribs, on top of your hips. And just begin to rock right and left, right and left, right and left. Now you can continue to rock your hips, kind of swaying right and left, or not, as you begin to lift yourself away from your heels, coming up to a high kneel. And then lower yourself back towards your heels so that you're floor sitting again. Again, lifting up, you should feel some quad work, and then lowering back down. Again, either still or almost like you're hula dancing, right and left. Up and back down. 1 more of those. Up. This time stay up. If you know match strike, we're going to match strike. Right foot forward, and then back. Left foot then goes forward and back. If this is new for you, what a match strike is, I'm up in my high kneel. My head is stacked on top of my ribs, on top of my hips, on top of my knees. I'm going to take my right leg and drag it forward so that I'm in a low lunge position. Left knee is down, right knee is out in front of me, and then it goes back. Left leg drags, and then it goes back. Right leg drags, and then it goes back. Left leg drags, it stays forward. Tuck your right toes, the toes behind you, and see if you can hover your right knee off of the floor 1 or 2 inches, and then set it back down. Again, see if you can hover your right back knee off the floor 1 to 2 inches, and set it back down. Again, hover and set it down. Hover, can you keep it up? And count. 5, 4, 3, 2, set it back down. Reset, and then match strike your right leg forward. Tuck your back left toes. And let's repeat that whole thing on this side. Back knee lifts off the floor 1 or 2 inches. I'm in that very low lunge. Height is not my friend here. I'm thinking low and lowering back down. There's a lift 1 or 2 inches and a lower. 3 more of whatever you're doing with that. Lifting up, lowering back down. 2 more, lift and lower. Last one's got that special surprise. Lift it up, keep it up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, reset. Choices. You can either continue to just do the match strike, you can do the lift and the hover, or match strike your favorite foot forward, hold, hover the back knee, and then step all the way forward so that you're standing tall, foot by foot. Then other leg goes back. I lower down to a hover, and then all the way down, match strike the leg back, and I should be in my low kneel here. From there, pick a leg, go forward, match strike, hover the back leg, step forward to a standing upright tall position. One leg goes back, I lower all the way down, leg goes back, reset. Continue with that. One leg, match strikes forward. Hover, lift, stand, leg goes back, hover down, match strike back, reset. Leg goes forward, match strike, hover, up, going back and down. You can continue with that, or match strike, hover, lift up, kick that leg through like you're kicking a kickball. That leg goes back, I lower back down, and I reset. So I'm never standing tall. Instead, I match strike, I come up, that back leg then swings forward like I'm kicking a kickball. I go back, down, reset. Match strike, come up, kick through, back down, hover down, reset. Match strike, up, kick, back, hover down, reset. Again, match strike, up, kick, back, reset. 3 more of whatever it is you're doing, whichever version. End standing up tall. End standing up tall, and just separate your feet to about body's distance, whatever that is for you. From there, let your chin tuck, and then let your spine from the top down melt towards the floor as if you're going to go down into a toe touch. I don't care if you touch your toes or not. It's really about understanding the spinal movement going down. Then on the way back up, push down through the feet, Restack vertebra by vertebra by vertebra all the way up until you're standing tall again. Repeat that. Head goes down, neck spine melts, rib spine, low back spine, then the pelvis. On the way up, I restack. I push my feet down. I got to push down to go up. I'm restacking up, 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 up. One more of those. I go down, 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 down. And then up, 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 up. Stretch your arms towards your ceiling and make the longest, biggest shape you can make. Then spread that shape out to the letter X. Separate your feet, separate your arms like you're a standing letter X. Shift your weights to the left foot, then shift your weights to the right foot. Shift it to the left, shift it so much to the right that left foot lifts. You're like a letter X balancing over on the right foot. Then change your mind. Letter X balances over on the left foot. Letter X balancing, almost like you're going to do a cartwheel. I'm not asking you to do one, but shifting the weight and then back up. As I shift my weights to my left foot, my left hand goes down and almost tries to touch the floor, as my right hand continues to try to touch the ceiling. And then I change my mind and I balance over on the other side. As I balance to my right foot, my right hand goes down towards the floor. And then I come back up, balancing right and left. Right and left. One more, right and left, and relax. Bring your feet back underneath you. Lift all of your toes, spread your toes. Set them back down. Lift all of the toes, spread the toes, set them back down. Lift all of the toes, spread them, set them back down. From there, sit down. Whatever way you'd like. Just take a seat onto the floor. And then stand back up. Once you're up, sit back down and change how you're sitting. Maybe now you have your legs straight or crisscrossed or one tucked underneath you and one somewhere else. Just a different way of sitting, like a different shape. And then stand back up. Sit back down, find a different way to sit. Stand back up. Now, keep doing that. If that's enough work for you, stay there. If you'd like more, take your left hand behind your back. It doesn't get to leave from behind your back as you stand up and as you sit back down into a different shape. No left hand. You can use both legs. You can use your right hand as you stand up and as you go back down. Now, if that's enough work, stay there. If not, free your left arm and put your right hand behind your back. Sit and stand a few times. Or both hands behind your back as you sit and as you stand. How does that change it? Both hands secured behind my back as I sit and as I stand. For some real fun, you could give yourself both arms again, but take your left foot off the floor. My left leg never touches the floor as I sit and as I stand. That's a fun one, right? Or maybe it's my right leg. I have both hands and my left leg. My right leg, however, never gets to touch the floor as I sit and as I stand. For most fun, maybe it's left leg never touches the floor and right hand is behind my back. I have access to my right leg and my left hand, or vice versa. Just thinking of different ways to do common behaviors. What are different ways I could sit? What are different ways I could stand? What are different ways I can interface with my space? How is movement going to be different when I look at it through a different lens? I have a little self-awareness and I make some different choices. From there, end sitting. Put both hands on your heart. take a nice deep inhale into your own hands and into your own heart. Tell yourself, thank you for showing up today. You did a really good thing for yourself, even through some difficulties. Take a look at your space, especially your floor. How can my floor be a better workout partner for me? What can I push against? What can I move against? Then take a look at anyone in the room with you, any names that might appear on the screen, anyone. Tell your community thank you. We thank you for being a part of ours and for inviting us into yours. Thank you all so much for joining us. And if you stayed around, we appreciate it. Technological stuff is as much of a hurdle as it is helpful often. So thank you guys so much. I'll stick around for any questions you might have. And if not, I'm going to leave and try to figure out this whole Zoom thing because we got one more class tomorrow, guys. If you want to stick around for tomorrow, we have our last reset and restore of the season.
Great. Thank you so much, James. And thanks, guys, for rolling with the punches. So yeah, so hopefully we can get that figured out. But even if we don't tomorrow, James, don't worry about it. Don't spend your day trying to fix Zoom. I think we can do the same thing for reset and restore tomorrow if needed. So yeah, thank you guys, and we will see you or talk to you tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you, everyone.